So my car got towed. Everybody else done talk about it. Y'all can listen to their takes and their YouTube videos. Y'all not gonna get that over here. Sorry, boo.
And what it boils down to is just putting yourself out there and just joining groups. And it doesn't always have to be legal focused. Is joining groups of people that you like, similar interests with. Charlotte is a very big banking town. 90% of my friends are in banking or some type of financial industry, and so those aren't legal connections that I'm making, but they're professional connections that down the road may lead to legal connections and may not. But it's still positive to have those relationships in the community.
Passion.
Hey y'all, so I just came up to the top of my deck in my apartment to try to get like some photos. Look at me trying to be a content creator, but some of them came out good. Y'all will probably see them on Instagram, and I'll probably insert them somewhere on the screen. Or if I can't figure out how to do that, I'm gonna just put my Instagram here and allow you guys to just go ahead and follow and like the most recent post. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And the issue that I came into was not because like, oh, like I'm nervous and people are gonna be watching me or whatever. It was because I'm losing light. Because I didn't come home until about 5 o'clock. And I was like, oh, like I'm already dressed up. Let me see if I can get some cute little photos. And then I'm gonna try to see if the content is going to be good. So hopefully we got some shots that are worth. I'm trying to make sure people's like license plate numbers are not in this, but yeah, hopefully we got some good shots. Oh, okay. I have you guys attached to a tripod, which is why my lighting looks so bad as I'm walking back in, but I will only have one class tomorrow, and that's criminal procedure. I need to make sure that I have the reading done for that, so I'll probably skip to studying it a little bit. I have some Chick-fil-A up at the house that I'm so ready to eat because I'm starving. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys later.
The federal branch. The South Carolina House introduced the bill in 2021, SCH 3495, South Carolina Blockchain Industry Empowerment Act, which would provide clarity regarding digital assets and cryptocurrencies within the state. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs. You may have heard of NFTs like the Bored Ape Club, CryptoPunks, or Beeple. NFTs are blockchain-based digital units used to transfer or validate ownership of unique items.
Wednesday, and I'm currently logged into work. I'm doing work remote right now, and basically on my to-do list is first thing I had to do was look over the new Supreme Court rulings, and I have to do summaries. So basically what happens is usually the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeals releases these advance sheets, which let everybody in the state know opinions that have been made, orders that have been made regarding things that are going on in the courts. So I have to look at those every single week. They usually come out on Wednesday mornings. So I have to read whatever the court opinions were and just draft, a paragraph or so of a summary, which will go out to the entire bar. So just finished those and submitted those to my supervisor. Now I have some articles that I have to look over. Those are due tomorrow. Usually they're articles that are submitted by attorneys that are a part of the bar, that go in our magazine that gets sent out every month. So there's a few that I'm basically on my last one, I believe. I think this is my last one. They've already been written and edited by basically our journal people at the office, but they go through me just because just getting like a last eye on it before it's sent out. And so this one that I'm on right now has to do with language inclusivity in the practice of law. Some of these are like op-eds. They're usually all op-eds. Some of them are, a lot more opinion based, and some of them are just kind of giving general information. So this one is about language inclusivity. There was another one that I just looked over that is, what is it? I think it's family court. And another one that I just looked over had to do with crypto. So blockchain, crypto, how that's kind of being looked at from a legal perspective, how the government is starting to regulate that, and how that, legally has impact on us as we practice law. Essentially, it is just informing attorneys that, hey, this is kind of a new area that's, expanding kind of rapidly. If that is something that affects your clients, then you essentially have a duty to look into that area of law, which, essentially you should already know because it is required by our professional responsibility rules that you have to be knowledgeable, that you have to do your due diligence in terms of research and things like that for your clients. So this one is just kind of narrowing this specific thing about blockchain, about cryptocurrencies, and just kind of, you want to stay up to date if that's something that the state is starting to take an interest in. That means it's going to affect you at some point. And there's already been litigation regarding a lot of these. So obviously that touches a lot of attorneys that are in federal practice. So gone through and edited those. There weren't too many things that I had to edit because, like I said, I'm kind of like the next to last person that this goes through before it is sent out. So yeah, this is a highlighter, guys. If you see me playing with it, it's huge. I love this stuff. Does anybody else love things that are oversized, like really large pencils, really large pens? Like you have to write you write notes on the big kind of, I don't have one. I think my mom took it. But I had a huge, those big notepads that you rip off and you can stick on the wall. I love those. And I think it's just because I think for those, it makes it a bigger idea and it catches my eye. But I think as far as something that is bigger for writing, I don't know. I think it just makes, it makes life interesting. Leave me alone. I'm a nerd. And who's obsessed with office supplies, and any new thing that I can get my hands on, I grab it immediately. But the reason why I have it pretty much silent in here, and why you are going to see this the recording of or saw the recording of it speaking out loud, is just because it helps me read faster. Because some of these, they're usually not not that long. The longest one that I've read is maybe 10 pages. But it helps me get through it quicker, and then it helps me to see little minor things, whether it be spacing, whether it be citation issues and things like that. So hearing it out loud just makes it go a lot faster, as opposed to just sitting there and just kind of making it a mundane task. So yeah, So yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this up. And then I think hopefully a little bit later, I'm still working on this paper, guys. Don't judge me. I want her to change this due date. But I knew the due date like a while ago. I'm at like 23 pages. There's a lot more that I could like put in here. So I obviously have to get to the 30 pages. But it's not difficult. I just feel kind of burned out because I spent the majority of my spring break doing it. So I'm just like, I don't want to touch it again. I don't want to see it. But it's a really good topic. So I think like once I kind of just start on it again and start looking through it, I'll feel a lot better because it's essentially my writing. Like I'm not, it's not me editing somebody else's work. Like this is my work and I want it to be good. So I'm doing that now, and I'm gonna probably do that next. Also, this upcoming weekend we have our Blsa banquet, like end of the year banquet for the school Blsa, because obviously you saw where we went to like the regional Blsa conference, but this one is just for our school, and we invite alumni, firms. All of us are obviously invited. People buy tickets, people buy tables, and we're just kind of recognizing, people in our board, people in our organization, and highlighting the firms that have like helped us because our school won chapter of the year, both nationally and in the region. So that's really great. I don't even think we've ever won national, I don't think we've ever won the national competition for chapter of the year. Like we're the national chapter of the year. So I'm proud of us. We did that. So hopefully that's something that we can continue for next year. And then yeah, I don't know. I think when I talk about the things that I'm doing out loud, I get a lot more excited about them. And I think that's why I really started filming this journey, because I want people to see what law school is like, the late nights, the hard work or whatever. But I never feel like anything I'm doing is in vain. I always feel like I am improving, that I'm getting better, and that the reason that I'm here is to impact clients. The reason that I'm here is the money is great, that's fine, but it's also I feel like this is my purpose. My purpose is to be an advocate. My purpose is to, bring justice in various situations. So I think, I don't know, I'm happy. Yeah. Also, we had registration yesterday, and I got majority of the classes that I wanted. I'm going to have to do our little override process. I'm actually going to make a note that I have to do that because I keep forgetting to do it. So override into, okay. So hopefully, I'm literally going to stick this note right on my computer so I don't forget. But I have to override into a class. So usually, it's usually it's called a hardship petition. That's usually just if you don't get into the class that you want because it was filled, then you have the opportunity to kind of hardship into it because you want to make sure you have the necessary credits, and you want to make sure that you have the classes that you need for that particular semester. Me in particular, I'm going into my last year, so if I don't get the things that I need, for the fall, then I'll be forced to do them in the spring, and some things aren't offered in the spring, and I kind of want my spring semester of my last year of law school to be kind of easy breezy. So we shall see. I'm excited. And then yesterday, we also had a meeting, a little brief meeting with our first generation law society just to kind of discuss what the plan is for next year. I'll kind of be updating you guys on that as we go, because I think we're gonna have some really exciting things going on. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to doing work so I can do more work later. Ugh. Hey y'all, I am. So I'm watching Bridgerton now. I am making dinner. I'm making this golden chicken schnitzel with roasted potatoes, broccoli, and cream Dijon mustard. It looks really good. From HelloFresh. I'm also, so I just wrapped up, I was doing a podcast earlier with one of my friends. If the podcast episode is out by the time this video goes up, I'll definitely leave a link down below. I'll also put their Instagram here. It is Perspective Junkies podcast on Instagram. Love them. But yeah, obviously we were talking about this like Will Smith and Jada situation. I was putting in my little 2 cents. I'm not gonna rehash it on here. Y'all gonna have to listen to my portion of the podcast where I voice my opinion on it, because I don't want to take up the majority of my time and my YouTube video on my YouTube channel to talk about this issue. Everybody else done talked about it. Y'all can listen to their takes and their YouTube videos. Y'all not gonna get that over here. Sorry, boo. So yeah, so I wrapped up that earlier. I promise you I had every intention of doing work, and I haven't done it yet, and it is now 8:36. I need to stop doing this, and it's really because I'm tired by the time I come home, and I don't feel like doing any work when I come home. But I was talking to you guys earlier, so I finished the work that I needed to do for work, and already submitted those. And then now I have to, what's tomorrow? It's Thursday. This is my long day. I don't think I'm on call tomorrow. I gotta double check and make sure. But I think I'm already like ahead for that class because I thought I was gonna be on call last time. And I wasn't. So I think I'm good. Then what else do I have to do? I may be on call for business associations tomorrow too. So I need to double check. Y'all don't judge me, but I have not been to business associations at all this week. I overslept on Monday. And no, I didn't even so I overslept technically, but this is really what happened. So when I, let me turn the TV down. When I went to bed Sunday night, I was up super late reading for class because I hadn't really done anything over the weekend and stuff for that class. And so I was up doing work, and then I ended up going to my room because I was I'm tired. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my pajamas and stuff now. And then I'm gonna, get back to doing work. Ciao. I put on my pajamas, laid across that bed. I woke up the next morning. My stuff was still in this living room. I hadn't touched a thing. I had read for class already, but I think I had something else that I needed to do. And I woke up the next morning. My phone was still in this living room. My alarm had gone off, but obviously I wasn't in here, and my phone was still on silent. So I didn't hear a thing. And so I woke up. It was already 10 o'clock. My class is from 9:10 to 10:10. I was by the time I get dressed, class gonna be over. Like, there's really no point. So I was like, let me go ahead, get dressed, be ready to go to my next class, which is at 10:20. So I would at least be on time for that class. So that was fine. I ended up going to class. It was cool or whatever. So that was Monday. Tuesday, I also have business associations. Y'all, I missed class again. I missed class again. Did I miss class Tuesday? Because that's my only class that day. I'm pretty sure I missed that class. And then I don't have business associations today. I have criminal procedure that's at 10. And I made it to that class. And I'm just like, yo, what is going on with you, girl? Like, what is going on, Kaya? Why are you oversleeping? Like, what's going on? So I'm still in the process of kind of figuring that out. But yeah, so I missed business associations twice this week already. Oh, Jesus. Missed business associations twice already. And I was like, okay, I got it tomorrow. I can't miss it tomorrow. Because that would mean, and now granted, here's a disclaimer. I watch the recordings for class. So it's not like I'm out of the loop when I go into class tomorrow. I do need to review the last class because I didn't write any notes on the last class. I wrote notes on the one before because I had clearly read for class already that day. So I need to look and do the reading for that class. Make sure that is done and I'm, ready and prepared for that. Then, I also have criminal procedure tomorrow. Need to make sure I'm good on that because I am not, look y'all, it will be once in a blue moon that I will be like, okay, I'm just going to go to bed now, wake up, and I'm going to get what I need to get done in the morning before class. That happens once in a blue moon. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. The good thing is, at least with business associations, obviously I get the recordings and I'm able to kind of go back and pace myself through it. But I'm also working on outline with somebody, so that's definitely helpful. As far as what I'm supposed to know. And I also just have one of my closest friends, he works with me with that class, and we kind of hang out and talk through the class. So I think overall I'm going to be fine. And yeah, I don't think there's going to be a problem. Criminal procedure, I honestly feel like I'm doing fine in that class. I think the more that I do practice questions and things like that, the better I'll get with issue spotting and doing a full analysis and things. The one thing that I do like about my business associations professor is that when he gives us practice questions, he wants us to do the full IRAC method. If you don't know what IRAC is, it's basically issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. So you spot the issue, you state the rule for that particular issue, you analyze the facts against that issue, and then you come up with a formal conclusion based on your analysis. So that answers the question. So that's pretty much all your law school exams are going to be. That's pretty much all they are. But the issue that I come into is actually issue spotting. So even though I can spot something and be like, oh, I should probably talk about that, I need to be able to flesh out the full issue statement. And, it would say, the issue here is whether the actions by the director were the action by the director to do X, Y, and Z leads to a breach of fiduciary duty such that them being dismissed from the board is justified, something like that. Sometimes it's not that issue, but that's just an example. So that's kind of an issue as far as putting that full thing out instead of just discussing on a basic level, you know, the issue is whether what the director did was right. But it's like, no, I need the full statement every single time. So I keep missing parts of Bridgerton. So hopefully, what do y'all think of this show? So obviously I've been watching this since it came out. So I know everything that's going on. I'm very upset that they took my Black King out of this. But they took him out, obviously. It's whatever. I don't know what was going on. If you know what's going on, put it in the comments below and tell me why they like let this man go, or if he quit or whatever. I kind of like stayed out the loop once I found out that like he wasn't gonna come back for the second season. I was just like, oh dang. But honestly, the way this season is going, I'm actually pretty happy with the way they decided to do this season. Just from the simple fact of them like switching the focus from the main actor to somebody else. And I do appreciate that the love interest is a woman of color. She's not a Black woman. I'm pretty sure she is Indian. So I appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, them being, obviously they were cultured, because that's kind of the point of the whole show. Like, they don't really pay much attention to the difference in race in the show. It's just kind of like, this is the show, it is what it is. And I love that. I appreciate that about them. But I like that it was very intentional about switching the perspective to a woman of color this season. So love that for us, for the girls. And I guess I also do like that Bridgerton and that this woman, the woman of the main focus. So tell me what y'all think of this. So I feel like there's a little bit of, I go back and forth. So I love the fact that she is meant to be this like symbol of, you know, not needing a man, you know, doing what she needs to do for her family, you know, sacrificing love for the sake of like her sister and all these things. But my problem is that like, if that's going to be her character, her like falling in love negates that whole aspect of her character. Like, it's almost like a woman can't make that decision to be single and that just be her stance for the rest of her life. Like, she has to fall in love. Not that I'm against it. Not that I hate the chemistry that they're having this season. I love it. I want more of it. We love the tension. But it was just something I had to think about. I was like, they decided they wanted to make her an independent woman, but still gave her the princessy falling in love with the prince type of, like, that was like, that ended up kind of, you know, being what leads like the rest of the season. So I don't know, I kind of went back and forth on it. I love it. I love that it's, you know, I don't know, I think it's just like, it's new. I miss the show so much, and I think that's why I'm like craving it and I love it. But that was just, you know, that was just something that I kind of noticed for this season. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. It's just kind of an observation. But let me get back to this, because I gotta sit down and finish doing this work, and I don't want to take this meal that would normally take 20 minutes, 25 minutes ish, and then have it take 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'm not sitting and doing my work until 11 o'clock. So I'll talk to y'all later, and if I don't talk to y'all later, I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all, so my car got towed. I'm just now getting it back. It is now 4:45. What a great way to kind of wrap up the day. That's so annoying. But it's partially my fault, because I had unpaid parking tickets that had kind of added up. So they was gonna come get me at some point. They were gonna come get me. And it was only a matter of time. So the parking tickets are paid. Then I had to pay for me to like get my car from the towing place. I'm leaving now. I haven't eaten all day. Not because of like the towing or not having my car, but like, well, yeah, partially because I couldn't leave between my class period to go, because the only reason I knew that that my car was towed was because when I went to leave to go get food, I go outside and I'm like, I know I parked in the front. Where is my car? So, oof. So now I'm about to go get food, and then I gotta go back to the school because I gotta do a recording with somebody. So I'm probably gonna go out tonight with one of my friends. So I'll probably pick up you guys then, or maybe a little bit later today. I don't know. I'm hungry, y'all. I need to go get something. I need to go get something, very much something to eat. I'm starving. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go to McDonald's, if I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A, if I'm gonna go to Popeyes. I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out. I need something unhealthy because it's just been a day and I'm starving. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Whew. Hey y'all, it's a little bit later. It is now 4:49. Obviously you can see I'm not in the library, but I decided not to go. Just because it got to be a little bit late, and maybe once I finish kind of the task that I need to do while I'm sitting here, I'll decide whether I want to go to the library a little bit later on tonight. But I am wrapping up actually not wrapping up. I'm starting to do an assignment for work that I have to submit very soon, probably within the next 40 minutes. But I kind of wanted to put in a little plug because I started watching, not even watching. Well, I guess I am kind of watching. It's a podcast, but it is a visual podcast, obviously. And it is called, what's the name of this podcast? It's called The Diary of a CEO. And the guy who is on right now talking to the main host is kind of talking about like motivation, why people aren't motivated and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to, I would love to be able to record some of the sound from this and then input it while I kind of sit here and study. If I figure out how to do that, then I'll do that. But if I don't, then I'll kind of just have it playing in the background a little bit while I get some of this work done.
Wrong reasons? Is it a combination of all these factors?
I think that it's a combination of all of those factors. I think it starts at a pretty high level. I think part of it is that people don't know. They actually believe the opposite, that talent is more important than persistence. And so they believe they're talented and they think that great things will happen to them simply because of their status as a talented person. So they're wrong at like a meta level, all right? Mm-hmm. The other thing is that I do think that part of it is a miss of intrinsic motivation, but it's different. It's intrinsic motivation not because every day is joyful, but because every day is necessary and every day is at least somewhat meaningful.
Hey y'all, it is Friday. We have our Blsa, our Blsa banquet. You guys know that we went to like the Southern Region Blsa banquet at the Southern Regional Conference, but this one is for our particular chapter at our law school, at my law school. So that is tonight. And I'm pretty sure I have to be there by 6. And right now it is 1:35 and I've already washed my hair. I started using the little, what is it called? It's this brand, the Maui Moisture Hair Care. This is the shampoo. I use the shampoo and the conditioner. And then I also use, this is what's in my hair right now. It's the Mia Rice Water Collection Clay Mask. So what I realized was essentially my hair was supposed to be wet, but I don't know if I was supposed to wash my hair prior. But I feel like either way, like I'll be fine because it's coming out, and I'll just rinse my hair out again to make sure all of it's out. So yeah, so that's in. And then I always wash my hair first with like a Tresemme deep clean, just to make sure that there's nothing like that. I'm basically working with a clean space. So I use like a cleansing. One of like the tips that I got from like just watching hairstylists and like getting tips from other hairstylists is to like, when you haven't washed your hair in a long time, to do like a cleansing shampoo first and then go in with a moisturizing shampoo, because you essentially don't want to like moisturize dirt as you're washing it out. Like you want to get all the benefits of the moisturizer on cleaner hair. So when you rinse that out, it'll feel and look a lot better. Right now I have this in, it's gonna come out in a little bit, and then I'm gonna put the conditioner in, and then I'm gonna rinse that out. And then this will probably be a whole like getting dressed, get ready with me type of video, because I have to be there by 6, meaning I have to leave here by 5:30, and it's already almost 2. And I still have to do my makeup, shower, get dressed, all those things. So that'll probably be the rest of my afternoon. Right now I am actually, if you guys see me like, I keep looking in the corner, but it's because I'm watching Netflix and I'm watching the home edit. I'm pretty sure this is new. I don't think, oh no, I'm watching season 2. So I need to watch season 1. It really doesn't matter. But I'm watching Get Organized with the home edit. It's so good. I love this type of stuff. Comment down below if you like watching like home repair or like interior design or like organization, whether it be videos or just like shows. Like HGTV is my jam. But I love that it's like on Netflix. I don't have to worry about commercials or anything like that. So I've been watching this for probably about an hour now as I've been doing my hair since I got back home. Let me get back to rinsing this out of my hair so I don't end up taking super long on it, and I will talk to you guys later.
That in our divided country, a country of left and right, between those that want to make America great again and those who want to defund, abolish, and cancel everything in sight, it seems. I just finished reading Clint Smith's award-winning book, How the Word is Passed, a reckoning with the history of slavery across America. And I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I learned something new about New York City's history that I was never taught in elementary school, or high school, or college, or graduate school, or law school. I spent a lot of time in school.
Get it?